The moment we've been waiting for is here. Watch as we talk lyrics, share stories, and get the inside scoop of SHEP Crawford's songwriting process.
What's good, baby? Good.
My name is Nava. I'm a singer-songwriter making a transition from background singer to recording artist. And along my journey to the top, I'm sitting with and learning from the best in the business to ever do it. Man, so thank you for sitting down with me.
What?
And,
You know it's nothing for you, man.
the legendary chef, not everybody can get an appointment to, have a sit down with you, but no, it means so much to me that you would take the time out.
Oh, you already know, man. I love it. I love what you're doing. I love the project. And, I love you as an artist.
Yes, thank you.
Triple threat, sing, dance, act. You know what I mean? So anytime, man, you call, I'm there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's get right into it. I have a couple questions for you as it pertains to songwriting, your career, and a little bit about my record. And I want to know your thoughts, on everything. So I guess I'll start with, you heard the record.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, what's your favorite line from the song?
What is my favorite line?
And why?
You know what? Favorite line from the song. First of all, the song had many lines that I love. And you know what? The prayer. The prayer now. So you said something in the prayer, and I'm make sure I get it right. You correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, thank you for protecting me from fools, haters, and anyone who's trying to stop, frustrate my purpose. Yes. Lord, thank you for protect me from fools, haters, and anyone who's trying to frustrate my purpose. And the reason why is I love the fact that you said fools and haters, because a lot of people may think they're the same. Right? Like haters are fools. But fools don't necessarily be haters. They just fools. They're just foolish. They don't necessarily hate on you, but you ain't got time to play. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that you were real and raw in this song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Struggle's real.
So I got you. I love the transparency.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Thank you. That's dope.
Yes. And I know this is the second release from the Blackout album, right?
That's right.
Blackout. Can you explain that? What is Blackout?
Blackout. Well, it originated from an idea. I wanted to create a project that was a little left from what people know of me. My personality is bubbly, and I'm usually upbeat, but I'm human, and not every day is sunshine and rainbows. So I thought to release a project. It was Halloween. I felt like that was the perfect time to release something dark, different tone. And Blackout basically is me blacking out.
Nice.
Going off, showing my anger, my frustration. And I wanted to challenge myself to release each song in a different genre. I'm actually.
So what do you mean? You mean like musically?
Yes.
Different
musically different genres. So the first record that I released is Stop, and that's a pop record. This one is hip hop. Doing it for the culture.
Never heard all the 808s, right?
Produced by SHEP.
All right. Shout out to my man SHEP.
And moving on, it'll be R&B, and then I have an alternative record. But the general concept of the Blackout EP is dark. It's, so the subject matters, it's a breakup, or it's, addressing the haters, heartbreak.
Yes, it's a great balance. From when I heard, the song, it's a great balance, because there was times you was like, I'm saying, I'm from the streets, I'm from the West, don't play. But then you were like, Lord, hold me, don't let me go back to the old me, that's the battle. You know what I mean? If we're honest, we all have that battle.
We all struggle with that Tom versus Pam. For those that don't know, Tom is the old me and Pam is prayer activated me, and that's just a real life struggle that most people, who have a conscience deal with. And so I want to ask you, have you know this industry is nuts. I know you have had plenty of clients that, you know, could push you and take you there. So I want to know, we want to know, has there been a time where you have had that battle between Tom versus Pam? I would like for you to share a story.
Plenty of times. Let me see which one.
Battle.
Hold on, let me cover up y'all ears real fast. Let me see, okay. All right, let me see. So I did something, okay, so I was trying to get out of a contract that I was in. Yeah, so I was in this contract and I came in for the very minimum, but I had success immediately and felt like I deserved more. So we're going back and forth, different things of this sort, whatever. And we settled, you know what I'm saying, where I would have to give up a percentage. I was getting out of the contract, but I would have to give up a percentage of what I make for the next 3 years. And so when my lawyer sent me the contract, I signed it and took peanut butter. I put peanut butter on the sheets.
Literally.
Yes.
Literally, that is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? I was in my early 20s, you know what I mean? Then I put peanut butter on it and I smashed the sheets back together and FedExed it to the company.
Love that.
So
oh my God. So that was Tom. Tom played out in that one.
Yes.
Don't send no bad contracts.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Oh me. I'm gonna take that one. And I'm sure that sent a message to him.
Yeah. They never said nobody ever said nothing about it, you know what I mean? But I know you got it. Skippy peanut butter.
There you go.
Yes.
Skip this on out my face.
Exactly. I regretted it, you know, years later, because you know I came to you know be good with the people who had the contract over me. So and I regretted it. It was the only thing that made me feel good about you know what it was. You know what I mean? The contract was sticky anyway. You know what I mean? But no, and then I've had my times where I had to draw back. You know what I mean? Because it is a business. At some point, you got to realize, you know what I'm saying? There was a time where I knew I was right, you know, about a record. And it was with a company, and they literally, my lawyer said, "You're right, but you don't have the money to go up against this company." And I had to let it go. The best business move. So there's times where, you know, you find yourself holding back too. That's the best move. You know, let it go, and sometimes you know you gotta lose a win. And I absolutely love the videos. The Tom versus Pam. Like, yo, first of all, the last one that you put up, when you and Chef walking to the spot, an old girl comes out and I'm like, hi, you know what I mean?
Oh, hi,
you know what I'm saying? You got a chance to show your acting skills as well too. But that is the thing. You know, you walking with your man. Oh, girl ain't got a man. You know what I mean? Like, so you're about to come out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And go there with her. Let her admire, do whatever. You know what I mean? Buy Felicia up. You know, I'm giving and enjoy my evening. So I love that.
Thank you. Those are a lot of fun to create. It's been fun, you know, coming up with different scenarios and concepts for that. And it all plays into the lyrics of the song. When you hear the song, you notice that there's a flip flop between the old me and, you know, prayer activated me. I'm trying to hold on.
Yeah.
Dignity. So it's been really fun to create that and, you know, in a comical way, showcase real life situations.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Well, since we're talking about the creative process of things, I want to know, what is your creative process when you are writing a hit song? What does that look like for you? Do you start with the music first, or are you the type that can just, you know, hear the lyrics and then you develop from there? Do you use a thesaurus?
You know what? All of the above. Songs like "We Can't Be Friends" was written, or "I Rather" by Luther was written on the piano from start to finish before it went to production. But then sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes, you know, you have a concept of the track, and then you try to come up with the hook or the hook idea.
Okay, so you start with the hook first?
Yeah, most time I do, but if I'm struggling with the hook, I'll start with the verse, because the verse might change the hook.
Absolutely.
Right, the verse might change, but I always try to start with the hook. Okay. And for me, I try to make sure I keep concepts. So whenever I get to the studio, I got 5 concepts that you know what I'm saying, whether I was watching a movie, I was having a conversation. Stranger in My House is one of the songs that I struggled with, right? So I was in the studio and I came up with the track. I wanted to do something for Tony Braxton. It was originally for Tony Braxton.
Okay, let us know.
And I was stumped. And so I was at Paramount Studio in Hollywood, and so I shut it down to my engineer. I said, I'm getting ready to go to the movies. Okay. And I went to go see a movie called Sixth Sense. And you know, that has the big twist, right? And so, and I left there like, I need a song with a big twist, right? So literally I had Stranger in My House written in my pad, but I didn't know how to flip it, you know what I mean? And so I was able to really do things like get a visual, like, you know, you look like the man in the picture by my bed. You know, I'm checking your shoes, your clothes. You sleep, you know, but that's, this is really not you. And so I was able to really, so I went back to the studio. I called my engineer and I asked her, I said, can you come back to the studio? I need to lay this down now. And she did.
That's amazing.
And that's how that song came about. So sometimes it's like that as well too.
Yeah, so you pull inspiration from anywhere.
You have to. You literally have to be looking. You can't just work when you're working. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't just work when you're working. Just every time a conversation, I'm giving somebody advice and I like what I just said. Or, you know, you write it down and try to flip it. Movies, whatever it is, you got to be thinking that. You know?
Amazing.
Yeah. You know, I'll get it in the studio behind the mic. You know, I'm not a singer. Me. I do enough to pull a singer like you in the studio and be able to hear. You know, because you have to listen to my rough writing vocals, what I call them writing vocals, and take it and do what you do. I think that was how I really got a chance to know what was good with you, because I hadn't known you that long, but I've been hearing your name, you know what I'm saying, particularly from my praise team and my singers, and Shep was here, and he was playing drums, and but when you came into the studio, you was like right on it. I mean, your voice, just everything was, you know, I almost regret putting you on some demos because I feel like you intimidated the people. You intimidated the people who was going to sing the real vocal. I'm like, can you pull back a little bit? So, but no, it was a great thing. Like, is that something you've been singing all your life, or?
No, actually, thank you, because that's a huge compliment coming from you. You've worked with Whitney, Luther, Talia, you know, like just R&B greats, legends, Deborah Cox, Kelly Price, like the list goes on. No, actually, I started singing in high school, and I didn't want to be a singer. I've been a dancer my whole life, a trained dancer, ballet, jazz, tap, so that was my first love, that was my passion, and that was my dream. You know, I wanted to be a part of Ailey, Philadelphia, you know, these reputable dance companies. But the dance team of my high school went on a field trip with the choir, and that's where I met Chev, and he was the drummer for the school's choir, and I just wanted to figure out how I could get closer to him.
Yeah, there you go. Use your gifts.
So I, you know, asked to be a part of the choir. I signed up. They accepted me, and that's when I learned that there was something there. People like really gravitated to me, and that really sparked like my curiosity in music. From there, our school was donated music programs, computers, to really like develop the arts at our school, and people were learning Reason and all of these programs. So I would go in the lab, as we called it, and they would pull up songs, and I would just start writing, not knowing that I was writing, but you know, just being creative and rhyming and you know, coming up with creative concepts, and that started the whole writing thing.
Nice.
You know, I had multiple jobs thereafter, like still performing and dancing. I was working at Disney when I got my first music opportunity. And that started my musical journey.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
I was in 2012.
Yes.
And literally, I have not looked back.
Thank you for watching part 1 of my sit down with SHEP Crawford. Stay tuned for part 2, coming soon.